Welcome, friends. It is I, Hi-Rez Studios, and it's time for another Sunday vlog. And here we are. I know we didn't have one last week. That's because we didn't really have too much to talk about. And there's a lot to talk about this week, but I'm still going to try to get to 20 minutes. Let's do the Smite-related stuff first, because that's what everyone wants to hear. So, Scylla's out. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about the Sunday highlight that is either out before or after this video. I'm not sure. It is a battle between Tier Monster and Smite Game. They randomly got against each other in Assault matchup, and I was in it. I was on Tier Monster team with Duke and his Whizbang and Game Rebel and the other team like Zindern and Mesmerize and other people whose names I don't remember at the moment, sorry. And that was a fun as hell battle. That was really fun, and that's really worth watching. You get to see why Mesmerize is on Smite Game, because he's a very entertaining man. He was a lot of fun to listen to while we were playing. He was really fun. And that is something to aspire to. He is very entertaining, and that is something I should work on for sure, is that amazing entertainment there, and that's something I can get better at. You'll notice that I'm not very loud. I don't really do too much in it, because I don't want to step on other people's toes. Mesmerize is being pretty funny, a lot of the other guys being funny, so I didn't really want to step on anybody while they're talking, so I'm really just mostly laughing to things and stuff like that. At the same time, I'm drugged up also, so I'm not really sharp at the moment. I'll talk about what's that about later on. So, Scylla came out. Scylla's out. Also, the trees, I'll talk about that too. But talk about Scylla first. Scylla's out. Scylla looks great. Like, her character model looks great. It's a little girl with wolfticles. That's really cool. She looks nice. She's pretty lethal. She's also very squishy. I think she's pretty balanced. I don't feel like she's OP or weak in any way. I think she's pretty strong, but she can also be taken out pretty well. She does have a really good escape with her Sentinel, though, with Zoe. But I think she's pretty much in a good area, but we'll see what Smite does about her at the next patch or so. Like, okay, so her passive isn't effective until level 9. You have to skip a level to be able to make that effective, because if you just put a level over time, you won't be able to get your thing to full, because you're buying, of course, every ability and stuff like that, and Ultimate unlocks at level 9. So in order to get your first passive up, you need to skip a level so you can get up your Ultimate and one of your abilities up to max at the same time. It makes sense when I showed the Scylla arena match, how the level skipping works. So check that out if you don't get what I mean. But at level 9 is the first time you can get an ability to max for her passive, and then you go from there. Second time would be 10, 15, then 20. Now, her root is pretty cool, but it's really good later on when you can do 3 of them. Her 5 is pretty strong, but it is dodgeable. Like, it has the lag time of Arachne's old web. It really feels like it. So, it's strong, but it's dodgeable. Once you get the 25 reduction, it's way better. Her Sentinel, of course, is a really good escape. It's good for warding and stuff like that. And then there's her ultimate, which is Alpong's ultimate, but smaller. And if you land it, you get to do it again. Now, that has the potential to be OP, but it does have a delay on it, and it's actually very easy to dodge. The only reason you will not dodge it is if you're not paying attention to where she's aiming, or if you don't juke it right. Like, if you lazy back, you'll know when it's coming, and you will not get caught. It's very easy to dodge that ability, easier than you really think about it, just because of the delay on that ability, and I feel like that's fair. Since you can do it twice, the delay is fair. So you have to try to psych out and out-juke your opponent when you're trying to use that ultimate. So it's pretty good there. I think she's in a good place. I don't know if they'll buff or nerf anything. If they nerf anything, they'll probably nerf her ultimate just because of the power on it, because she can do it twice. But I feel it's pretty balanced, but it can wreck pretty hard, especially if you get people in an Ares ultimate or Hades ultimate, especially Hades ultimate, because it's pulling people into a spot, while Ares' ultimate, it does pull people, but there's just so many people really look out for that ultimate more than Hades for some reason. So you have a better chance of landing it on the Hades ult than an Ares ult, I think. But the complaint about the Scylla model is, it's not Scylla, and I understand that argument. She's not Scylla. They completely changed her lore. That's not her lore. Her lore is, depending on how much you read into it, she banged Poseidon, and then Poseidon's wife was not happy about it and turned her into this horror beast of the deep that straight up kills men and sinks ships and stuff like that. And then Smite went and goes, yeah, this is a version of it, but this isn't the real version. The real version is she's this little girl of death. It's like, okay, alright, so you just did whatever you wanted with the lore anyway, alright. It's a slippery slope there of going, well, yeah, they're not going to take it completely literal, but what the hell? Like, I don't know. I was disappointed not to see something like Arachne. This scary looking chick like Arachne. I was hoping for something like that. But I'll take the little cute girl that murders the crap out of you. I'll take that because it's cool looking. But it's cool, but it's not still at the same time. It's great but disappointing at the same time. but I'll take it because it's not like there's anything I can do about it anyway. But I'm not mad about it. But I do worry about the fact that they just went, okay, we'll do whatever we want with the lore. I worry about that because that means how accurate are they going to be in the future? That's what I worry about. What else? So, as you noticed, every Wednesday I'm going to try to do post-coms, and I already have the Wednesday post-com already ready. So Monday is going to be a Conquest match with Poseidon. Tuesday's going to be an arena match. I don't care if you don't like arenas. You got to see this one. This is pretty interesting to see here. No, I'm not gonna spoil the surprise of what that match is. But it was very interesting how that match went, and so that match on Tuesday is gonna be worth watching. Then Wednesday, of course, is gonna be me post-comming a ranked match. Who did I play? I believe I played Ra? I'm gonna say I played Ra. Yeah, I played Ra. So it was a very, very interesting ranked match, and it's gonna be worth post-comming, so that's why I'm gonna do it. So there you go with that. As you see here, there's also a Raw match. It is for the vlog. It's a pretty go back and forth kind of match. I did pretty well with Raw, but it went back and forth pretty well. I think it could have gone either way. And so it's a good match to show for the vlog. Let's see, anything else Smite related? Confessions are, as you know, are done for now. That's the end of Season 1. Season 2 will come out in a few weeks. I'm going to try to get Duke to do some voices. Guaranteed he's going to do Apollo. Duke has an amazing Apollo voice. So he's going to do Apollo. I'm going to try to see if there's any other voices he can do. But we don't actually have any jokes written for Apollo, so we have to come with some jokes for that. But we'll also have other jokes. As you saw with 5, 5 was pretty good. And so you can see we're trying to get better and better at confessions. And we're going to have some good jokes. We're going to have some maybe duds here and there. But that's how it is. You just keep writing jokes, try to make them better, polish them as best you can. And hopefully you make them really good. But sometimes the joke's great to you, but not to anyone else. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I really loved the jokes. I enjoy all the jokes we've made. I really like them. We wouldn't put them out if we didn't like them. But sometimes nobody gets them, or only 1 or 2 people get them. And that's just the nature of comedy, is not everyone's going to get the jokes. You try to be funny. You have a focus of your humor, but you just try to infuse as many ideas as you can into your humor and see what you can do with it and how you can make it great and good on for everyone to enjoy. And yeah. Some of these jokes are ones we came up with a long time ago and we improved on them, or jokes that we just came up with. The On Her Cries at Disney Movies joke was one we came up with at the beginning. At the start of the whole confessions idea, we came up with that one. And then we slowly evolved it into what it was now, where it's not only does On Her cry at every Disney movie, but that he defends the fact that he cries at Mulan, but also that Ra has gone out of his way to make sure that he's never seen The Lion King, because Bambi's mother really wrecked On Her. Like, On Her's that sensitive. He's a sensitive lion warrior, and Bambi's death completely messed with him. So if he saw Mufasa, who is the alpha lion, die, and the father of a young lion, then that's going to wreck the crap out of him. So that was the joke there, and I really enjoyed that joke. And then the Jean Quay joke was also no joke that we made better. It used to be Ain't Afraid of No Demons like Ghostbusters, and then we turned it into It's My Mental Ones, and then him laughing nervously and then kind of cry laughing. And that was glorious. That was beyond glorious. That was awesome. Same thing for the Sun Wukongs. When I think about those, the Sun Wukong clones was a joke we did around the beginning too, where the whole joke was that Thanatos and Kronos kind of have the same aesthetics. So the joke is that one is posing as the other. And then the idea is, and then the other one would say, no, I'm actually Odin. And Odin's like, what the hell are they talking about? I don't know what they're talking about. But then we evolved the joke into it's Sun Wukong cloning himself. So that was a nice joke as well. And it's great. We're making these funny jokes, and we're finding ways to make them better. And hopefully, when we come out in Season 2, they'll be even better than the ones we did in Season 1. But you never know. Like, we'll have some good ones, and we'll have some steps that went in the wrong direction. But we'll see. You can never guarantee that it's always gonna work, but you can guarantee you're trying to improve. And that's what we're doing, as you all know. We're always trying to improve. So we're trying to get funnier at writing, funnier at ideas, and better in other ways. Like, how are we improving? That's the thing to talk about. How are we improving? Comedy-wise, we're trying to improve a lot, as always. We have made confessions pretty sharp, and we're going to try to make them even better in the future. And like I said, maybe we'll stumble here and there, but we'll learn from those mistakes and do better. That's the nature of trying to improve, is you're going to make mistakes and you got to learn from those. That's going to happen. Comedy writing as well, we do with the Papers, Please stuff, and we're working on still that secret project I've been talking about, and we'll see how that goes. That is a comedy and something else kind of thing. It's very intensive on all our skills, and it's coming along. That secret project's coming along. I can't wait for that to come out. For the Smite 5 days, like those 5 videos, you can see it's in a weird place right now because I'm trying to figure out what I want to evolve. And I'm doing the post-coms on Wednesdays now because I feel like that's a good that's a good thing to learn, is naming and strategies and identifying build and stuff like that. That's a good thing to have. So that's there on Wednesdays, analysis and stuff like that. That's going to be Wednesday as long as I can have a good enough match for it. If something happens, then we'll have something else there. But that's a good spot. That's a good learning point for me and a good display of trying to learn how to shoutcast. While the other 4 days are, if there's a new god, of course, new god goes there. Or it's just playing the game and having fun. I think I'm going to shy away from trying to be informative. Well, still going to be informative, but having more fun. I think that's what I'm going to do is, like we saw that On Her Mufasa one, I was having a lot of fun with that. I think we need to infuse more fun into the game. And there's always going to be analysis, but it should be layered. There should be layers of fun and layers of analysis. Like I've noticed how I analyze a little too much, where it's just not very fun. It's a little boring. I do have interesting moments, but the entire presentation could be better, and I need to work on that. I need to work on, like, personality, of course, and just being funnier and being informative when needed. Like, I don't need to keep talking about things at points, or, I don't know, it's a weird balance to do. Like, I should be talking about what should I anticipate from my opponents, what kind of build should I be anticipating, what kind of building I should be doing, but I should also be having fun with me fighting my opponents at the same time. I should be making jokes. Like, I could be talking about so many things. Like, we see the Honor one I do so well just because there's so many lions to have fun with in that one, and there's just certain gods I'm better at being funny with than others, and we see that. And I gotta work on being able to be funny with every god, because that is more entertaining. Finding a way to be entertaining the whole way through. That is the entertainer sound I want to get better at. And we're still gonna work on guides, so even if I feel like the information might be lacking, of course I'll try to do better at the videos, but we're also gonna have the guides for information as well. We're gonna have those guides coming out, and they're gonna be in a different form. Once release happens, they're gonna be in a different form. Hopefully things won't get as out of date as they were in the past, because of course Smite keeps changing in beta, so a lot of things keep going out of date. But we're going to think about how we're going to do the guides here and all that stuff, and whether or not we should do a tutorial kind of guide or not. Basically, what is Smite, how to play Smite, how does the Smite work, the modes and all that. Should we make those guides or not? Because a dozen people are going to make those guides. I think we should just go straight for jungle. I think that might be the right way to do it. Like, maybe have one video go, here's all the basic things you need to know about the game that will help you with jungling. Everything else you can find elsewhere, because I'm pretty sure other people are making the guides for them. But here's what you need to know for jungling. That'd be the start of it. That'd be the preface of it all. And then here's the jungle guides. Like, here's the things you need to know for jungling. There you go. Like, I think that might be what we do. We'll see. We still have a couple weeks to decide on how we're going to do it. But I am positive so many people are going to be doing core how to play the game itself that we should not be there, because it's going to be bloated as it is, and we should take the niche of jungle and do that. And eventually we'll go to solo and mid and duo as we go. But I think, of course, jungle is the spot that needs the most emphasis, because when the new players come in, jungling is the one that always gets blamed. Jungling is the role that everyone blames first. It's jungling, then it's mid or solo, and then finally duo. Duo is the one that gets blamed the least, because there's two of them, so they can rely on each other a bit, and they can be kind of safe. But jungler is the one that gets blamed the most. You get blamed for not ganking enough, you get blamed for this, you don't get blamed for that. You get blamed for farming too much when someone gets ganked. When there was no way you could do anything about it. You're expected to be a miracle worker when you're a jungler. You're expected to gank every lane at all times. You're expected to get the mid camps at all times. You're expected to get all these things at all times. And so the guide is gonna work on, just helping you get better at jungling and keeping a good mindset of how to do things, so that you just, do well at jungling and get better at it, and then eventually those complaints will be less frequent, and eventually, hopefully, they'll fade away. That is the focus of the jungling guide, to help junglers get better at the game. That way, they just get less flack, because some people like jungling. I like all roles. I enjoy every single role. I'm not good with them all. I am strong at jungling, we know that. I am strong at solo, I'm okay at mid, I am okay at duo, in either role. My strength lies in my jungling ability, because I really like all the things you can do and how you can affect so many things, and how, because I just like to do the more complicated role, and jungling is the most complicated role. Although people will talk crap about it, because people talk crap about everything. But yeah. Oh, God, Red. Okay. Alright, okay, that's enough Smite. Talk about other things. So what the hell happened to me? So, literally 5 minutes before the Sunday stream, my something happened to my back, and I was on the ground, and I could not move. I could not move from my spot. I could not go anywhere. I was down. Literally before a stream, I could not do anything. I was in intense pain. I could not move. If I did, it was excruciatingly painful, and I've had eye surgery. Eye surgery is taking a laser to the eyeball repeatedly. You get anesthetic, but it's like taking a needle to the eye a couple thousand times over an hour. I've had eye surgery because of to prevent blindness, not to fix my eyes, because I have glasses still, but to prevent blindness, because my eyes were deteriorating. And that hurt like a mother, but nothing compared to my back, what happened to my back pain. I could not move. Every move an inch, and it was intense pain, because your back is the conduit of everything. So it just sucked. All I could do was just lay on the ground, feeling pathetic for the longest time. After 24 hours, I was finally able to move around very little, and eventually was able to get a hold of some painkillers, and then eventually got stronger painkillers. And my back still hurts like hell, but it's less so now. But yeah, I had to deal with that. And so that's why I'm a little bit more sluggish in some of the videos. Like you'll see in the Sunday highlight, I am very sluggish despite doing so well, because I'm on painkillers at the time. And I can tell it's affecting my play, and I can tell I'm just not doing as well as I could. And Duke was very concerned, because Duke's been injured in the back before as well. So he was very concerned for me. So thanks to Duke for that. And after that game, I did like one more, and then I just had to rest my back, and that's just how it is. But so that's what happened. So we had the Council of the Thief stream, we had the Council of the Long Live the Queen stream. So we're gonna do Long Live the Queen today on Sunday, and then we're gonna do Thief on Monday. I just got to put up the announced videos if they're not up already by this point. And yeah, and we'll just go back to business. But my back does still bug me, and I got to make sure I am careful about it. And I don't know. I was like, oh, just kill me now. Like, in all seriousness, I just did not want to be alive for a little bit. It just sucked so bad being on my back and intense pain. And it's just, oh my god, I wish that on nobody. I wish that on nobody. That was terrible. And, shoot, we're almost out of time. There's one last thing to talk about, and that is ESO. And also Strider. Let me just say, Strider's awesome. Check out the video. ESO. So I was in the beta for ESO, played that all day on Saturday, the day before the back trouble. And, I like it. It was fun. It's very much Skyrim. The problem with it is it's not Skyrim enough. And I'll just talk about this last minute. There's all these elements of Skyrim in there, but in an MMO form. And the game was fun. But the problem I have with ESO is its limitation. You only have 5 abilities. That's a weird limitation considering how many abilities you get in other MMOs. Your crafting is limited to, you have to have a specific style ore to be able to craft for a lot of the clothing stuff. And you only have the Breton at the start, and then you have your own races. So you only have 2 races you can do, and you can get all the other races' materials, but you can't use them yet until you unlock them later on. So it's very limiting there, how you can't just make stuff. You have to have specific things for it. And gold gain is so slow to buy those things that you just really stunted in crafting. And I don't know, there's one quest line that's too stupid, and that is, you found this guy or lady, and they need you to find their 3 buddies and call them back to where they are. And this quest happened again and again and again. This is worse than just go kill these things quest. I would rather have go kill these things quest than find these people and just tell them to come back over here, because it happened too often. You want good quest variety? You do kill this many things as a quest. You do go fetch as a quest. You do find these number of people as a quest. You do a variety of different kind of quests. You don't do this new quest idea, which is find these people and keep doing it ad nauseum. No. If you want people to enjoy questing, you give them a variety. You have your new idea, but you don't do it a bunch of times. You do your idea and other questing ideas. You can still do the tropes as long as you do them well. Like, I am fine with having to kill a number of things if it's explained well and presented well. Like, one of the ones that was good was, you need to kill these spirits, but you have to kill them in a specific way, and that is, there's one where these spirits were being enslaved by these other spirits. So your quest is to find these spirits that are being enslaved and kill the ones who are oppressing them. So you do that, and that's a better version of go kill these guys. Like, there's a bunch of them littered around. Like, there's a bunch of spirits littered around, but there's only some of them that are doing this oppression thing. So you have to find the specific ones. That's a little bit better than just go kill these guys. But later on, you do get the quest where it's just kill 5 of these guys. You get that quest anyway later on. And yeah, I would like the better question variety for that. Okay, we are going over on time here, and that's enough. So, no, always trying to improve everybody. We know that. We have new ideas coming out. We're always working on new ideas. That's how we are. We want to improve, so we're always working on new stuff. And we see what gets cut, what gets added as we go. And some things will evolve well, and some things we will scrap and try to do other things better with, or something like that. There's always improvement going on. We all know that. And yeah. And last statement is, I talked about this 2 weeks ago, is the whole... we're not concerned with growth right now. We're not concerned with channel growth. We're concerned with self growth right now. Because I feel like if we're good enough, the people will come. And if we're good enough, you guys will share it. That's the other part of it is, if we're good enough, the people who do watch us will share it, and the people who get it shared to will enjoy it and will share it. Like, we need to make content worth sharing. I think that's the best way to put it is, if we make content worth sharing, then it will be shared, and then will become something big. That's really what I think is the mindset I need to go with right now, is making the content good enough to deserve the fame that we want. I think that's the way I need to think about it right now, and that's what we're doing. I want to talk about Smite streaming, but I'll talk about that next week, I think. Doing new things with the Smite stream stuff, doing silly games. Don't really want to do serious games anymore. There's enough people doing serious games. I think silly games is the way to go now. Especially because I am getting tired of us losing because of some mistake here or there, or because I brought in a level 10. And I should be accepting that, but I don't. And so I need to work on that. So we'll see what I do there. But that is the vlog already. We are going over. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for comments and liking and everything, subscribing, spreading the word. Thank you for all those things. Thank you every single time. It's always appreciated. Even if it doesn't look like I appreciate it, I always do. And thank you to Jinx. Same thing there. Thank you for all the work she does. And that's the vlog. I'm sorry for going over, Jinx, but there you go. That's the vlog. I had fun. Hope you fun watching and listening, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.
Nice job. Attack! Attack middle lane! Attack middle lane! Your team has destroyed a down enemy tower. Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower. Enemies incoming! Be careful! Retreat middle lane! Okay. Retreat! Right back! Retreat! Retreat! Out of mana. Falling back! Retreat! An ally has been slain. Curses! Retreat! The heat bears down upon you. An ally has been slain. Enemies spotted. On my way. Help right lane. Be right back. Out of mana. Help! Enemies on my way. Your right tower is under attack. Attack! Attack! Be careful! Attack right tower! Nice job. Attack right tower. Attack! Attack! Thanks! Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower. Be careful. Enemy come down upon you. I'll attack left leg. Split push. Your middle tower is under attack. Be careful.
Retreat!
Enemies incoming. Retreat right lane. Be right back. The heat bears down upon you. Retreat right lane. I'll attack left lane. Split push.
Out of mana.
Okay, retreat. Be careful. Be careful. Right. Be careful. Right. An ally has been slain. And slain down. You have been slain. Curses! Enemies have returned left. Place a ward for teleport. Gank! An enemy has been slain. Nice job. Nice job. Attack with fury. Fire giant. I'll attack right.
On stick!
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.